Hi, this is Tom Boyk, lead teacher for technology for District 33. And in the second part of the OverDrive media video series, I want to show you how to find books and then view them in your classroom. So just like before, to access OverDrive, I'm just going to simply go to overdrive.com. And now that we've created an account, we can go ahead and sign in the top right-hand corner. Alright, now that I have signed in, you can see I'm back at the main OverDrive page, but there's no option to go to my libraries. To get to your libraries, you click on the top right-hand corner where it says Account. And then in the left menu, find Libraries. Now in the previous video, we linked the Plainfield Public Library to my account. So I've already done that. If you need to link a library, go ahead and view that first video. But to access that library's catalog, go ahead and click on the link. So that'll open up a new page. So now I'm being linked to a Plainfield Public Library specific page. I mention that because Batavia is going to look different than Geneva and St. Charles and Wheaton and West Chicago and Warrenville and whatever community you live in. So what I'm going to show you now might look a little bit different, but will look similar since they're all using OverDrive. I'm going to go ahead and sign in first and foremost, and that sign in option's in the top right hand corner. Type in my library card. It might ask you also for your PIN if your library has a PIN system. Alright, now what I want to do is find a new book to share in my classroom. So I'm actually going to click over here in Children and Teens where it says Children Fiction. So you get a whole slew of options right here on the right side of the screen. But I'm actually going to focus on the left side of the screen first because one of the options down and towards the bottom of that menu is Lexile measure. So I'm actually looking for a book within the 200 to 400 Lexile range. So I click on that option. So now they're going to filter the books that they have available in the ebook and e-audiobook format by Lexile. Alright. So now you can see I get a list of books. A few things I want to point out about these books. If we look at The Best Nest by P.D. Eastman, compare that to Big Dog, Little Dog by P.D. Eastman, you'll notice that the book icon for The Bird's Nest is grayed out, whereas the Big Dog, Little Dog icon is black. And the reason why is that the Big Dog, Little Dog ebook is still available, whereas The Best Nest is currently checked out. So that might confuse us since we're getting a digital copy, but every public library purchases a set amount of books, whether it be in physical format like we're used to or in ebook format. So at this point, someone has checked out the ebook format of that book. Now also, you'll notice if we look at Fancy Nancy versus Franklin, you'll notice that Fancy Nancy actually has headphones, whereas Franklin has a regular old book icon. And that's because that Fancy Nancy is actually an audiobook, which you can listen to, but you'll need the actual physical copy to follow along with your students. Alright, let me show you how to check out a book. I'm interested in that Franklin book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over that book and I'm going to click on Borrow. By clicking on Borrow, this takes us to the bookshelf. This is where you now have the ability to view the book. You'll notice that you have the ability to download, which is actually not what we're doing right now. What we're going to actually do is click on Read in your browser. By clicking on that, you're going to open up the book in a large readable format. You'll notice that there's a bit of a confusing, kind of almost distracting menu bar on the right side. If you're interested in getting rid of that, there's a small upward facing arrow that you can click that will get rid of the menu. And then when you click on the book, you can read it and share it with your class. Alright, one last thing. Since OverDrive Media and your ebooks and e-audiobooks are cloud-based, that means you have the ability to go ahead and check out a book at home or check out a book on your phone and then view it on your school computer. Let me show you how you access your files after you borrow them. Go ahead and sign in. Then click on Account, click on Libraries, and click on the library that you checked out that book from. To access books that you've already checked out, click on the account icon. Now remember, like I mentioned earlier, I'm in the Plainfield Library website, so your library's website might look different, but there should be an account button. Once you're within the account, click on Bookshelf to access the books you've checked out.